let's talk about the common ways that twin flames meet each other. So, in my work with clients, I love to identify patterns and commonalities. And there are three scenarios that have come up repeatedly where twin flames meet. And I think you're going to like them, even if you didn't meet your twin flame that way. I didn't, but I still think it's fascinating and funny in a way. It's like the universe's sense of humor. So, the first one is going to be about Joe Dispenza Retreats. The second one is at the gym. And the third one is a contractor coming into your home. So let's get started. So, first and foremost, I have to talk about the twin flames that meet at Joe Dispenza Retreats. Okay, Joe Dispenza is a famous author and speaker, and obviously he does retreats and he teaches meditation and spiritual development. You can read his books, Becoming Superhuman and the other ones. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Joe Dispenza, but I have had 3 clients to this day. The last one was just a few days ago, who have met their twin flames at Joe Dispenza Retreats specifically. I've had other clients that met their twin flames at ayahuasca retreats as well, but I found it really wild that this is so common to meet your twin flame at a Joe Dispenza retreat, because I think the people who go to these retreats are already so open. Like, you wouldn't travel halfway across the world to go to a Joe Dispenza retreat if you weren't like serious about your spiritual development, right? So they've already opened a portal in the universe and said, yes, give me what I need to heal and move to the next level. So the universe seats them in the audience right next to a stranger who is their twin flame. And 2 of these people, completely different people who went to different retreats in different cities, tell me that they were in the part of this retreat. I haven't been to these retreats, but there's a part that I know about now through them where Joe Dispenza says, now speak to the person sitting next to you about your experiences, or something like that. Turn to the person next to you. And they turn and they look at this person in the eyes for the first time, and something happens. It's like a magical explosion. It's like a Kundalini awakening for some of them. It's just this light, or this kind of eruption of just spiritual meaning that happens all in an instant. And also, it's like magnetism. They look into their twin flame's eyes and they also feel that they've known them forever. And the twin flame agrees, like they're both there having this experience together at the same time, which actually is pretty uncommon. Well, not uncommon, but it doesn't always happen in the twin flame journey. In my clients' journeys, that both twin flames have the same experience at the same time. But this is so special. So I wonder if Joe Dispenza has any knowledge of how many twin flames have met in his retreats. It's pretty special and wild. I'm sure it's an unintended outcome of his teachings and his gatherings, but it's life-changing and it's beautiful. So, so these clients that I have at completely different cities, different times, have met their twin flames. They have almost the same story. Isn't that, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I find these things so fascinating. So then they, start talking, and they start a relationship, and things get really intense. And both people understand the magnitude of this relationship, of this meeting. Did you see that bird? And wow, that was pretty magical. And they go on and try to make it work. The clients I've had are literally from different countries. So they're twin flames. Actually, they're all from different countries. The retreats are usually in North America, but not even the U.S. So They try to establish this long distance relationship across the ocean, and it's really intense, and they have these like telepathic experiences and synchronistic energetic connection with this person halfway across the world. I will say, like a lot of twin flame journeys, eventually it gets too intense or too hard, and the communication starts to break down, or one of the twin flames just finds it too much and they put an end to it. Like they just can't handle the dynamics of what's going on. There's a lot of nuances to it, but I won't go into those. Anyway, I just thought you would like that story about the Joe Dispenza retreats. Someday maybe I'll talk about the ayahuasca retreats. There's similar stories. But we're going to move on now to the gym. So a lot of twin flames meet at the gym. I've had a handful. Okay, that's not very many, but to me it's a lot because these stories are so similar. And if you've met your twin flame at the gym, maybe you know how it is, because the gym brings together strangers, right? But it's in a place where you can watch people. You can almost communicate with your eyes with people if you want to. And so in these stories, and there have been multiple of them, the person is going to the gym, getting fit, minding their own business, and there's a person, sometimes it's the man, sometimes it's the woman, but they are also at the gym. Sometimes they're a trainer, like an employee, but not, trainers aren't really employees of gyms, right? But they are there, right? And like frequently. And they start looking at each other, or the person is clearly watching them. And it gets so crazy, like it goes on for months, that one of them finally says that they have to talk to this person. They have to confront them. Like it's too much that you can't just keep looking at someone for months and then never say anything and not know anything about them. They're like communicating whole messages just through their eyes. And they have to move on to the stage where they say something, and usually that's a turning point. I can't say what happens in all these stories because some of them are still unfolding at the time that I'm recording this video. But I know one of the stories, after the confrontation, it got weird, and the person kind of like accused that person of being inappropriate. But there are different stories of from different people in different states, right? Where they decided during this time when the person was staring at them to go to a different gym. And I mean, it sounds like stalking, right? But it's not. Us on the twin flame journey, we know this is the universe setting things up, right? They go to a different gym and the person shows up there too. Or they start going on different days at the gym and the person adjusts their schedule to go on those days too. And it is different from stalking, but only someone on this journey could possibly understand that. One reason is the person likes it, the person being watched. They're participating in it too, right? They just don't know what to do with it. But it's not like they are threatened or anything. And anyway, so I just think this whole scenario with the gym is so great because the universe loves to have these setups where you have to interact with someone, you have to talk to them. You have no choice left. You got to do it. And who knows if there was some other way they could have met, but they met at the gym. That's where the connection happened. So yeah, I always like to ask myself, is there some other way the universe could have had us learn this lesson or made us go through this or had me meet this person? Probably not. All right, we're going to move on to the third and last way that people often meet their twin flames. Of course, there's a million other ways people meet their twin flames. A lot of people meet them in high school, or college, or through their kids' school, whatever. But today we're just talking about 3. And the last one is contractors that come into your home. So this hasn't happened as much recently for some reason, but when I first started doing twin flame coaching, I had a lot of clients, who they were mostly women. I think they were all women who had contractors come into their home to do some kind of work, like building a new wall in their house or like renovating their bathroom or whatever. And so this is a person who they spent a lot of time with over the course of several weeks, let's say. And it starts to get weird because it's like these long stares, right? This look like, I know you, I've known you a million years. But it's hard because often like a spouse is there. It's just a weird situation. It's very uncomfortable. And the contractor also is, of course, in an uncomfortable position because they're in a, being hired. It's not appropriate. But you can't deny this twin flame connection. It just, no matter what you do to say, oh, this is not acceptable or appropriate, you feel it. Like, you can't just get rid of the feeling. You can't. You have to focus on it sometimes. You can't just deny it or it will consume you. So with the contractors, usually like the gym story, there comes a time when the two people have to say something to each other. Something has to happen. And it's unclear what can happen between these two people, but it is a way for the universe to bring them together so that they can remember that they've met before in a different life. And as I've said in many other videos, the purpose of this journey is not necessarily to end up together. The purpose is for you to learn some soul lessons. And if you can take this opportunity to do inner work, make yourself a better person, or to organize your inner thoughts better, have more focus, clarity, because you met this person, that's the real goal. So whether you met them at the gym, in your house when they were doing contracting work, or at a Joe Dispenza retreat, you don't necessarily have to end up with them. It might just be that the universe needed you to just meet them. That's it. Because that started this kind of explosion of meaning in your life that forced you to go down a new path. So I will leave you with that message. I hope all of this helped. I offer sessions, readings, talk sessions. I do meditation coaching and teaching. You can see all of what I offer on my website, wellnessoneness.com, and I look forward to working with you.